Ótima de la jefe. Santo. Adios. Moving like a spiral, like the time a nigga lost religion, fountained in the matrix, with a diamond necklace pendant with it. Studying the brujeria science with the metaphysics. Police stop a nigga, you know I never paid a ticket. Counterclockwise time was ticking, wizard I'm a mathematician. I'm eating wonderfully, feeling like the voucher nigga. I remember rocking French toast, always had some dickies with it. Bullshit that she telling me, no it don't excite a nigga. Words is coming out of mouth, make you wanna fight a nigga. Universal rage aggression, lying at a tiger with it, switching like his Nike shoe.
Hey everyone. Welcome to Open Mic Poet Night, sponsored by Elevated Elite Entertainment. My name is Erica Wilder, also known as Blue Running Water, and I will be your hostess this evening. We have so many talented poets, artists, and entertainers here with us this evening, and they're going to share their poetry with us and also recitals from their books. So everybody sit back and enjoy the show. We're going to welcome Miss Verona Willis-Brown.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for sending all these wonderful, talented poets and writers to the show tonight. Thank you so much.
I just want to sit back and just listen to them. I feel like I'm a mother.
This is amazing. And I watch your show. And
yeah,
I like your show a lot. Thank you so much. This is great.
Now I feel like a mother. Now I feel like a mother just watching my baby.
Right, exactly. This is great. So we're gonna listen to you read from some of your books, right? Or one book, is it?
I have two books, so I'm gonna read. I have two books. So let me tell you a little bit about me. I'm an inspirational speaker. I'm a blogger. I'm a podcaster, youth mentor, all that good stuff. Show host, all that good stuff, but I write romance novel. My two books are romance novel, and they talk about extramarital love affair. And I did it where I talk about the sweetheart telling the story. So usually you hear about love affair, but you don't hear about the sweetheart story. So she's the one that she's the main character in the stories. So I make it a fiction love story, part one and part two. Part one came out in 2019 and part two came out in the midst of the chaos in 2020. And it's, yeah. So I'm doing a revised one for part one. So that revised book is coming out soon. So both books are on Amazon, they're there. But I'm gonna read, I'm a poet at heart, so I love to hear poets. I'm a poet at heart, so I have some poetic stuff going on in my book. So what I'm going to do, I am going to read a couple poems that I wrote in book one, and then I'm going to read book two, a part of book two. So book one I wrote, I had a couple poems in there, and I'm going to write. It's so funny that my dear baby just said something about freedom. So that's why I'm going to read this poem about freedom. So the poem is called To Be Free. To be who you were created to be a wife or a husband, to stay faithful and obedient, to decide to leave your family and be with someone else, to accept, deny the good, bad, or ugly, to love, dislike, disguise, or disagree, to smile with someone who think it is a difficult task, to challenge or give up, to be strengthened, to laugh loudly, softly maybe, to listen attentively. And this is dedicated to anyone who feel they are in bondage. Then the next poem is Still. Life does not usually turn out the way we want it, but yet we still live. We do not usually get what we should, yet we still give. We do not get what we want, yet we accept things. We complain even about the amount of sleep we get, but yet we still sleep. We complain about the amount of money we do not have, yet we still spend. We call ourselves good people, but yet we still judge. We do not ask for things, so yes, we are still lacking. Nothing in life is the same from day to day. And this is dedicated to those who feel they cannot move forward. And I'm going to read the third poem, then I'm going to go in my second book. And I read a part from the second book. So the third poem is called Laughter. You make me laugh aloud and broaden my smile. You make me pause, but not for long. You ask questions, and I had no answers. Your face I could not see. Your mind I could not read, but yet your words did such a great deed. What were you saying? What was you thinking? These questions are asked while the phone was ringing. And this is dedicated to those who feel it difficult to laugh at themselves. So please do laugh at yourself. So that's from book 1. Now, book 2 is the same title. The book is called Are You Free Enough? And book 2 is called Are You Free Enough? number 2. And book 2 just carry on the same story from book 1. It just expanded a little bit and went into a world of empowerment, empowering women to stand their ground, to speak, use their voice, tell their story. Don't be afraid to get judged, and know that they're never, ever alone. It's always a circle of us. And together we are stronger. So whatever decision you make, let's know that that decision is based on how happy you want to be or not, or how free you want to be. So book 2 is called Are You Free Enough? This is book 2, if you can see it. This is book 2. So I'm going to read the beginning of book 2. It was a lifetime ago, and she had relocated and was trying to move past her love affair. Even though she had moved away from the girls and everything she knew, she made time to start traveling with them again in order not to fall into a dark place of depression. She had adjusted her new city, which included starting a new teaching position, finding a yoga class, starting dancing lesson, and even befriending a nice local guy. He was good looking. His facial and body structure was nothing less than art, with a smashing mixed complexion. He stood taller than her previous lovers, which allowed him to stand over her like a well-grounded tower. He was a personal trainer, but in his free time, he would attend dance parties or travel and was a prominent member of the local church. He treated her well, showed her around the city, and occasionally would take her out to dinner or brunch. Even though she had promised herself that she would not date any more local guys, this one had a little more of what she was used to, what she wanted from a man. Maybe this is the kind of man that lives here. Different city, different characteristics, she pondered. It was her first 6 months in the new city. She had gone out dancing, and there he was across the dance floor with his drink in his hand. As he watched her gyrate into the country music, the fast rhythm had his heart vibrating from every move she made. She expressed emotion of freedom, winding her waist, moving her hips side to side, throwing her hands in the air, clapping her hands and singing along as she moved continuously. He hesitated to approach her on the dance floor as he put his drink down on the wooden bar counter. He could not muster up his courage, so he sat in place, sipped his drink, and watched the momentary glimpses he had of her amongst the other partygoers doing their thing on the dance floor. She was gorgeous, radiating with a beautiful glow. She had a petite physique, full-size breasts, round booty, broad hips, and long, lengthy legs. Her features were distinct. It was hard to pinpoint her ethnicity, but he was mesmerized by her beauty. The music slowed down, and she slowed down with it, slowly walking off the dance floor and towards the back. Could she have left or only gone to the ladies' room? He questioned himself. He waited and waited, slanting his body on the bar counter. He rested his right elbow on it, his right leg stretched out and the other bent onto the bar stool. Yes, it was the fine man in his black pants, striped cotton shirt and loafers. 6'4" and around 195 pounds, with a toned body, smooth caramel skin, neatly cut, thin, well-groomed beard and mustache. Oh, he was like a first prize trophy. He reminded her of one of her favorite actors. The thought of roasted, toasted chestnut mixed with a guy she would love to wine and dine. He slightly turned towards the bar and fumbled with the straw in his glass as the strawberry floated above the light green liquid. He bobbed his head to the sound of the music as it lingered in the crowded room, and there she was, glowing in the slightly lit room, emerging from the back like an angel of light coming towards him. Or maybe that's what he thought. She stopped in the middle of the dance floor as if the music froze her in place. A new music selection came on. The crowd cheered and she joined in with that. As the cheers and dancing prolonged, he stared at her beautiful face, curly black hair, and her impressive dance moves. He was amazed, took another sip of his drink, turned to the bartender. Wow, man, who's that over there? He indicated with his head to the lovely dancer. Which one? The young bartender asked. The one with the black, shiny, off-the-shoulder bodysuit. The bartender smiled as he cleaned out the glass in his hand. Man, she is not a regular, but I have seen her a few times in here. Then leaned toward this fine man and whispered, she is an eye catcher. I just leave it just like that. Thank you. And you must be wondering what happened after that. Whatever happened after that is for you to find out in the book, because it gets really explicit in the book. The book is very explicit. So if you're grown and you're not mature, you can't handle the book. It's a very mature audience book. Like I mentioned, it's all about an extramarital love affair, married man, sweetheart telling the story. And she talked about the entire love affair. What I am going to say, no matter what you do in life, I am not encouraging love affair, but the decision that you make will always affect you, one way or the other. Choose wisely. This is Verona Willis-Brown. You can find me on my show at Are You Free Enough on Facebook, on YouTube with the same name. You'll find me there. When you don't see me hosting those shows, I am on my page on Sunday hosting a live reading session where I just encourage people to pick up a book and read. at least for 1 hour. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you so much. Wow, I enjoyed that. Really, I'm going to get your book. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I would like to introduce to everyone my first poetry book. It's called Expressions of Blue Running Water, and it can be purchased on Amazon.com. It comes in paperback and also ebook. So make sure you get out, you go on Amazon and get your book.
Ultima de la Jefe, Santo, Adios. Moving like a spiral, like the time a nigga lost religion, fountained in the matrix, with a diamond necklace pendant with it. Studying the brujeria science with the metaphysics. Police stop a nigga, you know I never paid a ticket. Counterclockwise time was ticking, wizard, I'm a mathematician. I'm eating wonderfully, feeling like the voucher nigga. I remember rocking French toast, always had some dickies with it. Bullshit that she telling me, no it don't excite a nigga. Words is coming out of mouth, make you wanna fight a nigga. Universal rage aggression, lying at a tiger with it, switching like it's night.